You are listening to the No Invite Podcast.
Season 3.
The progression.
Follow us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast or look us up on YouTube at No Invite Podcast.
The best kept secret.
All right, y'all know what it is. No Invite Podcast, episode 103, season 3, the progression. We all about progression over here. Y'all already know we do not have the regular lineup. The starting 3 will be on the next one. This one right here, this one in particular is a dope podcast with some dope, I want to say creators. That's how I'm gonna put it. You know what I mean? That's a blanket statement, but I mean, that's a blanket label, but it could mean anything. It could mean a lot, and it could mean a little, depending on who you are and what you do. But, out here in where I'm from in Northern California, there is not enough, especially in my area. My belief is there's not enough exposure out here for some of these talented individuals. I feel like there is a changing going on though, because we living in the age of content creation. So there is more opportunities out there for creators and people that are artists and like to display those talents basically. I got a young group of I don't know how can we say it? Potential fucking, the next big production company. I don't sell nothing short when I tell people, when I speak on people and whatever, because I know that if you're willing to do and dive into whatever you believe in, I mean, the potential is limitless. You know what I mean? These are some cats that are doing it all for the right reasons, in my opinion, just by talking to them and having conversations. We got Downcast in the building. How y'all doing today? We're going to start by the introduction so people get to know y'all. Feel free to speak whenever. This ain't no podcast, but it is a podcast. But it ain't that kind of podcast. This is, you can say whatever the fuck.
We're recording right now?
Yeah, we're recording right now, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? It's a podcast. You say what you got to say. They get it off your chest, right? So go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
Yo, I'm Nick. I'm a writer at Downcast.
That's what's up.
I'm Nate. I'm the president of Downcast, and first and foremost, want to say I'm from Brentwood, California.
That's right. Representing?
Yes, sir.
Max in here, film creator, producer, writer.
/ player. Don't forget
player. Player. We all in here with everything, creative director with everything, Downcast in here.
Yes, Downcast, man. It's great how, for me, like personally, sometimes it feels like the way I want to do things or the way I think things should be done, right? I feel like I've been by myself sometimes, right? And the way that I came across you guys was very not scripted or not planned at all. Like, we weren't even there for that. Yeah, for sure. But we ended up speaking about things that we're doing and projects and how we see the culture out here and the importance of having more creators that are prominent and bringing more attention out here, because one thing we agreed on there, we are very talented out this way. And when I mean out this way, I mean the East Bay, the 925 area in particular. There's always been a lot of creative voices that have come from this place and touched a lot of success. And I mean, whatever, we could call it something in the water, it's the air, it's the weed, whatever you want to call it. But there's a lot of talented people out here, and I feel like you guys
everything.
Are. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, there's a lot of shit. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like you guys are the some of the, I would say the future of what we got going on out here, because you see things in that vision. You guys got that. They always say the most successful people, when I've read about them and stuff, is that they don't just see the moment, they also see 4 or 5 moments ahead. Like, they could see down farther and whatever they're doing, what the long-term effect could be. And by them knowing that, they set themselves up for long-term success, because they just see it,
I think it's important. I think it's important to just be yourself and to fucking just kind of represent where you're from and not really try too hard, because when you start trying too hard, when you start thinking like, okay, yeah, I want to fucking do this, do that. You get overwhelmed. You wind up fucking becoming like, you know, just another average
and
motherfucker.
following the crowd.
Exactly, an average motherfucker.
Just
and,
being everybody
you know,
else.
And that's fine, you know, that's fine. But like, I think if you want
it's
to
not.
be, if it's not really, come on, let's be honest.
I'm not
I mean,
judging
it's
nobody,
not.
but it's not. You
It's
gotta
not,
you gotta have your
but-
own voice, man.
Exactly, but like, you know, you gotta really, like, you know, you can't try too hard. And I think a lot of motherfuckers, that's another problem, is motherfuckers try too hard now. You know, and I think where we're from, you can automatically tell when a motherfucker's trying too hard. And it's real, recognized real. And you can't really, how you met them is, you know, it
was natural.
Exactly. It wasn't nobody.
I was like, give me I need to find these motherfuckers.
And they weren't,
Blaze
you know,
yeah.
it wasn't like, you know, and I think trying to, you know, just doing that is the way to go, and not really trying too hard, you know.
Most definitely, it just doesn't come off authentic. Y'all know that.
Exactly.
I know if you guys seen a lot of film, and you know, a lot of films, like independent films and stuff like that you catch out there, and they're supposed to be from a certain reality, or they're supposed to be from California, Northern California, but it's just not authentic. They are not speaking like we do out here. They are not moving and shaking like we do, and it's just inauthentic. And I think that goes for anywhere, because I know this, like LA and New York got to hate the shit, but they're so used to it. And people using their city and like being like, this is in New York. You know, damn well nobody act like that in New York. Yeah. Nobody talk like that in New York. Or this is from LA and it's just totally authentic. To me, that's a big turnoff when it comes to anybody's work. It just got to be authentic. I don't care about $1 million billion budget, even though that shit nice, but it got to be authentic,
from
bro.
The heart. It got to be from the heart.
It got to be real. And people gonna feel it.
You can really tell, like, when the difference between someone who's just trying to push shit out and, you know, just to push it out, versus someone who's coming, you know, from the heart with shit. And I think, you know, that people who just want to push shit out for the money, that's you know, that's fine. I mean, you gotta fucking, you know, I mean,
you gotta get the money.
Exactly. You gotta do that. You're gonna fucking feed yourself, whatever. But like, at the same time, you can't compromise yourself. You can't. Okay, yeah, let me fucking change it up. Let me do this. Let me do that, just to fucking please these motherfuckers. You gotta be, you know, you gotta be true to yourself. You gotta be true to what you're trying to do. You can never sell your dreams. You can never really sell your soul. Motherfuckers be doing that now. Motherfuckers really be like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna be, you know, somebody else just to make, you know, just to make money. And you know, like I said before, it's, you know, you gotta, you know, feed yourself, gotta feed the family. You just gotta find that balance. Exactly.
Like anything else. Exactly. And it's good to have that integrity though, because that integrity is gonna carry you a long way, especially when you're dealing with people. They're gonna know what you're about and what you're not about just by when they conversate with you, and they understand where what your motivation is, or where you're coming from, or how you're built. Like, to me, and we've talked about this and you guys agreed, like, you know what I'm saying, we've always we've always wanted to keep what we're doing very much representative of out here. You know, we've heard the stories from LA, we've heard the New York stories, we've heard stories from down south, Louisiana, Atlanta, and stuff like that. That we need more out here stories and representation, because it's a very unique place where we live at. You know what I mean? There's no other place in California really where we're close like this. Like, my hood, bro, was Filipinos, Mexicans, blacks, what's it called? We had Usos, so we had Tongans and Samoans, you know, from our hood. So we are very diverse. You go like in other places and it's not the same thing, bro. You know, it's getting better, like, but there's certain places, like even down south, depending on what part of down south you're at, or even in LA, you know what I mean? It's not like this. So our stories are very unique, and I feel like we need to have more stories that look like that, because it shows the possibilities.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
We have a mountain named after the devil, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, who else has that? Who else has that?
Well, shit, bro. I mean, I know y'all heard all the stories and shit, all the minor shit, and fucking about out here in Nortonville and all this stuff. Where,
well, you know how it got that name?
Huh.
The mountain. I heard, you know, motherfuckers was trying to take the land over or some shit, and they started tweaking off mushrooms and shit that was growing.
Oh, really?
And they start, you know, the people start coming out the mountains and shit, like. They started, you know, freaking out, and they're like, "Damn, that's the Devil's Mountain."
Oh shit!
Some shit like that.
Ooh, I know. You know, I wonder why I always like shrooms and shit too. That's crazy. You know, it makes sense. there's a lot of history out here. Like, this is not just we've only been a city or we've only been around for like 60 years or some crazy shit. There's a lot of history and a lot of shit that went on out here in this whole area. You know what I mean?
A lot of Native American history and a lot, because I'm into that shit. I used to dig through the fucking books at school and shit, and a lot of Native American history, a lot of like different shit, and you know, it's a lot of crazy. Even from like, you know, just recently, fucking with like, you know, people like fucking Woody or people like, you know, even before that, like there's a lot of stories out here. There's a lot of shit to be told out here, and not enough people are doing it, and that's the problem. People are taking their shit and going elsewhere. And, you know, people are from out here, but they're going elsewhere. Like, I mean, not everyone's doing that, because fucking I have a crazy story about yesterday, but like, it's fucking crazy ass fucking, just fucking, I don't know if should I fucking tell, I don't know, but I was fucking in the store the other day, and I was fucking walking down the aisle or whatever, and I seen this nigga walk past me, and I was like, the fuck, where do I know this nigga from? So I let him walk past me, because I'm not like, you know, it's just a nigga, but like, and he walks to like the end of the store, and then I was like, I know I recognize this fool, so I'm gonna go like see, you know, who the fuck is this? I know who it is. I walk to like the end of the store, and I walk past him, and it's big fucking Tone. It's fucking just the homie just out here just fucking looking for tools and shit. So not everyone's just taking their shit and dipping. Like, there's people out here, you know, telling their stories and shit, but it's a big, I feel like a lot of people who have stories aren't having a platform, and also aren't being able to tell their side of the stories and shit. Like, it's a big fucking, you know, it's a problem out here. It's a real problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it starts with everyone. I mean, what you guys are doing, basically, you know what I'm saying? Being that you guys have a mission, you know what I mean? You guys have a vision of what you guys are trying to do. That's pretty dope. You gotta constantly do your best to represent out yourselves wherever you go, because people like us. Like, I know you guys done felt it before. I done been to other cities and shit. I tell them where I'm from, and they just like how we move, period. You feel me? They like how chill we are. They like that, you know, our frame of mind, you could say, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of successful people that are from here that have went all over the world and done like shit that you wouldn't expect.
You could go outside and just see, you know, the superstars outside and chop it up with them, or just, you know what it is. Like, man, we gonna be on the block, chop it up. We ain't scared out of here, you know. Northern Cali, we outside, or we're just gonna be with the homies. Like, we're really trying to elevate the whole Bay Area, all of Northern Cali, for all the artists. We're really getting on this film shit, and, you know, me and the guys right here, you know, we're with Blaze too, you know, we trying to do shit for him, for us, for the home team, and just elevate for the whole game, for everyone, because I feel like everything's really slept on, and we ain't trying to have all of Northern Cali blackballed right now, because it really, like, we ain't getting our energy up like every other city, every other state. That's what we really on. Like, if it's film, anything, like, we gonna take this shit and make our movement to the fullest level, and that's what we really on. Like,
yeah,
artwork and everything. Like, we ain't gonna stop. Like, I just want to be known for just the fact of that. We ready to touch down. If I see anyone, you know, just like how we said, we wasn't outside ready to be like, oh my God, like, Blaze, like, bruh, we came here to be with you. Like, nah, bruh, it just was some mutual shit, bruh. And it happened. And now naturally. We niggas. You know what I mean?
Shout out Joe, by the way, for connecting.
Joe, Bob, Joe. Shouts out the gang. You feel me?
Shout
Dope Flavors in the building. Yeah.
You know, my guy Tyler, you know what I'm saying? We all went to LA and shit. We did a Dope Flavors thing in LA, and I was just like, you know what? We're all gonna have personas out here. I was like, it's like his name out there was Tyler, you know what I'm saying? So if you know Tyler from out there, shout out Tyler, you feel me? Mine was what's it called? Jeez, I forgot, bro. It was a while ago. I'm lit too. But yeah, that's dope. But see, that's the thing now. Like, that's the reason why you guys are here. You know what I mean? You guys are cool, obviously. You guys are cool people. You guys are down to earth and stuff like that. But you're really here because, you know, when I talked to you guys and we had a conversation that we just happened to stumble upon, you know, it wasn't like you said, planned or anything like that. We were there for to chill, to have a good time, listen to the music, watch the performances and shit, right?
That energy.
Yeah, and it just so happened. That's, to me, that's how I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because I feel like in my lifetime, when I was on the right path, shit opened up for me as I went along. Now, there's always going to be little stumbling blocks, but one thing shot me to another thing, took me to another, you know what I mean, to got me to this point. Like, so when I met y'all, I already knew. We started talking. You guys telling me about the filmmaking, about how you guys seeing that, how you're saying about representation, how much it matters, and how you guys are trying to keep that energy. You feel me? And get the energy up of the area, because there's not enough of us on a global stage, and not enough of us authentic.
Facts.
I'm not going to talk bad about none of these movies, but a couple of these movies that I done seen on Netflix that are supposed to be Bay Area, you know, Oakland, Frisco, and it Bay centric. There was no, it wasn't. There was no Bay artists on the soundtrack. The way they spoke didn't sound like us. They didn't even dress
like
really like
Fruitville Station.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Man, like seriously, and what's
For real.
For real.
yeah, like the thing about Fruitville Station, they had the right.
They had all the slaps. They had all the locations. They had everything. We ain't even gonna cap right now.
Yeah.
They did everything.
Yeah.
They had
Even
the
the-
Jack
even-
in there. They had all. Michael B. Jordan was in that motherfucker. They
Speaking
did all
like
that
how
shit.
we talk, talking like how we
And
talk.
let me ask you this: when's the last time you seen the? You know, I'm not even gonna talk about the closest thing to an East Bay movie you've seen, because I don't know. If
I don't
it
even know
exists.
if it's
But
just existing like
when's
that.
the last time you seen, you know, a more Bay movie than Fruitvale Station since then?
You're right. I don't think I can, because you know
before.
what? It's the details, bro. The authenticity, like we said, is the details. It's not so much because I'm in Frisco, and then it's the actors. Like, did he really study the culture? Did he really be out here? Did somebody put him on? You know, to how things speak, obviously, and you could tell in Fruitvale Station it was authentic, bro. From the music
Blaze,
he was
if you-
writing to,
if you've been out
from
there, it's crazy.
from the what do you call that? From the slang, she's like, "Oh, you gonna go sell a zip?" Like, you know what I mean? That shit started all out here. I don't know if they sell in other states and stuff like that, but shit like that, you know what I mean, is what makes, I think, stands apart. And that's all I'm trying to do. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll do a movie that's fucking about New York and this and that, but I'm gonna tap in and I'm gonna make sure I do my research to make it authentic.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell these stories to me and do that, just like I can't do bad acting.
Yeah.
Now that's another problem we have in here, and I'm sure there's plenty of actors out here or aspiring or just some fucking naturals, because I done met them before. They're just naturals, bro. Like, they take to this shit, right? But you know, that's another thing. Like, you know, my thing is, all I want is this. I want this part of the of California, this part of the Bay Area, to be known for filmmaking, because it's already known for music and creativity, and but I want it to be known for filmmaking. I want it to be a place where people want to come fuck with us, because they want to get that real authenticity, no matter what it is that we're doing. You know, whether it's, like I said, if it's something about the Bay, or if it's something about, you know, wherever, Arizona, you know, Texas. I want it. They got to know that, just like how Ryan Coogler, you know what I'm saying? He's from Oakland, correct?
Yeah.
He's known for that.
So.
Yeah, he's known for that, at least, you know what I mean? And you know, he does all kinds of stories, but the thing is, it's not just bringing notoriety to what we do out here, this area, but it's also making it understood that people from this area are capable of a lot more than just whatever people might think, or if that we even thought of at all at this point. You know what I mean?
For sure, and I think it's just because you talk about, if you talk about being trying to be a filmmaker, people look at you crazy.
Yeah.
Because it seems like such an insane thing to break into. It, unless you know somebody that's in it, you know, part of the what do you call the system, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you know somebody that's in that shit, it's almost impossible to jump in. Like, really, you know, like theater releases type shit. You know, tell me if there's a way, but I have yet to find it. I've been trying to do this since I was fucking, 13 or 12.
And there's not a lot of, like, out here, there's not a lot of, like, real, like, people who want to be directors, you feel me? There's not even want to be, like, there's people who want to be actors and shit, and, but there's not really people who want to, tell stories and want to, like, tell their perspective and direct, that's a real, like,
And you know what?
rarity.
And I feel like movements start with examples. So, like, even if that is the case, right? The people that are into it, I feel like it's their responsibility to make sure that they do it to the very best of their ability. You know what I mean? Give it. If you're gonna, you know what I mean, you don't have to have $1 million budget, like you said. You ain't gotta have everything, but whatever you do, it to the best of your ability. That right there will always showcase your talent, And yeah, man. I mean, it just takes a couple people, right? And I know, and not only that, but it takes those people to know the other people are out there like them. Because that right there, even now with this meeting right now you guys are on the podcast with me. You guys got your projects that you guys are working with, and you got one coming up already. So it's like, you know, that right there is just a prime example of the benefits of just, you know, like I said, sharks swim in the same area with sharks. You know what I'm saying? Fucking lions running packs, and I'm saying we all have to be together and move on one accord. But for me to know that you're out there and, you know, be able to offer an assist, or vice versa, I'm like, yo, bro, I like something that you really did. That shit was dope. How'd you do that? You know what I mean? Is there, you know what I mean? And to get the assist back, either way, like to have that's community.
Yeah,
and that's the kind of the thing we got to build. If we really wanted to get bubbling and popping, you got to have that community. We can't all be from the same area. We can't all be from the same exact spot. We can't all be from the same city. But we're from a certain area, and your representation of your city and your representation of your city, I'm representation of mine, and we're all doing the same thing. Instead of it being on some competition shit, it should be more like, we out here. When you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a network. You feel me? Now, boom. Now I know that if I do something, you see something I do and you like it, it's nothing. You know, here you go. Handle your business.
Like I said before, you know, wherever I go, I feel like, you know, we bring the East Bay with us. You know, we can go to motherfucking Antarctica, bro. Like, you know, we out there with the penguins. You know, we out there fucking with the East Bay flag. So it's like that's you know, that's real. It's, you know, we got our own slang, we got our own different, you know, the way we talk, the way we dress, the way we fucking, the way we are, and I feel like that's, you know, that's real. And you shouldn't want to, you know, when you go elsewhere, you can go to fucking like Utah, and you can see, oh shit, like that fool's from the Bay, like, oh shit, like it's automatically love. Like it should always, no matter, it should be like that out here, no matter what. It should be always, it should be all love, because that's, you know, you.
Well, you know, the thing about that, bro, is that people, this is the catch-22 when it comes to being a creator and an artist and somebody that's just trying to get their message out there. It's like, people don't really believe in you until you're on, which is really contradictory to how it's supposed to be. If they believed in you from the gate, you would be on a lot faster. People complain about what's on the radio or what's they're watching and stuff, but then they don't go out and support the people that they think should be the ones on the radio. Yeah. It's mind-boggling to me sometimes. You feel me?
And a lot of people do be like clout chasing and shit, and a lot of people do be like, you know, overdoing shit like that. But like, I feel like, you know, it's one thing when you over here asking for crazy shit, but when you over here putting each other on, you over here helping each other out, it's a different deal. It's a partnership. I mean, it should never be like, okay, yeah, like I'm gonna do more for you than I do for myself. Like it should always be like I'm gonna always do like, you know, it's always love and shit. Like it's never like,
I learned that dealing with people in this music industry. It's like I'm all for helping out and throwing a thing, but there's a difference between me helping you and then you taking advantage of it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'm always like, once I see that, I'm very much a big reciprocator, and a lot of times I do it with I don't want reciprocation back, but my thing was always like, don't get upset if I don't fuck with you because you're a user. You dig what I'm saying? And all you doing is asking and asking and asking. I mean, shit, I'm gonna continue to do what I do.
Exactly. And not only that, but like, okay, like you were saying before, if you don't fuck with my shit, I don't want you to fuck with my shit. Like you don't want to force you to fuck with my shit. You shouldn't, you know. That's another thing about, you know, being yourself, being real. Mm-hmm. Don't lie and say, you know, if you fuck with somebody and you fuck with somebody, it's not like you have to like really fucking think about it or, you know, whatever. It's real, recognized real.
No, most definitely. And I think that's the kind of the best. That's what you want. You want people to fuck with you for who you are.
Exactly.
Nobody wants somebody that's just gonna be like, oh, you know, they're only here for a reason. They're not here because they're generally be here. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, you gotta have that energy, but you also gotta, you know, have your guard up too. And that's just life. Because I've met people from out of state, from other cities and parts of California that, you know what, they fuck with me tough, and you know, the people that I would think should be fucking with me tough don't fuck with me tough. Yeah, you know, and it's the fine line where you gotta understand. You can't be getting upset over who does and who doesn't. You gotta do you. Somebody out there gonna love it. Yeah, and you know, I just try to avoid that energy, bro. I'm a big reciprocator, but also you ain't gonna fucking suck the life out of me or my shit. Like I got like, you know what I mean? Like
No cap, Blaze. I feel like
you get what you give.
you know, they could always, you know, if I'm giving all this shit out and people ain't trying to fuck with me, then hey, that's it, man. You know, fuck them. If they ain't family, then you know they dead. But
you're dead to me.
yeah, you already know. But at the same time, like I ain't trying to, you know, I can't have the leeches on me. So like the fuck, I'm gonna take them off and keep moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like that. Like I'm done with that shit, and then boom, we gonna keep elevating. Yeah. Like you know what I mean? Like
there's energy vampires out there though. Just beware. You feel me?
No,
and that's
cap.
what like you said.
We done felt them.
If you ain't trying to lock in and be like, hey, we locked in, that's pretty much it. Like we really on some elevation shit. Like I can't just keep being like,
can't wait
hey,
for you, bro.
We got too much shit in the works to be like, hey, bro, like me and man's right here. We you know we just be doing shit like constantly, and just we taking shit to the moon. And we trying to elevate anyone that's trying to elevate with the gang, you know. Like,
I mean, since we're on this topic, it's crazy too, cause there's a couple I could count motherfuckers that I thought were gonna be here too, type shit. But you know, not everybody, you know what I mean, that type of shit too. So it's like you gotta.
You know what it is, bro? Is that your day ones ain't always gonna be your day 301. Your day 5,000. You do what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have enough belief in themselves for whatever reasons. I'm not judging anybody. We've all been through some shit, but I think that one thing in life that we all have to find and hold on to and maintain and curate is your will. You know, your will to live, of course, but your will to understand that you are more than what you just think. You know, like to understand that we all have energy, we all have souls, we all are made to have a what do you call that? Not a destiny, but a purpose. You feel what I'm saying? Right. You know, some people, I can't play basketball to save my fucking life. I know people that can ball like a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? I can't sing, but I like to write. Everybody has a purpose in this life, and I feel like when you don't have that or you don't have a clear understanding of that, and that type of shit starts happening. And people can't see other people that they can't understand you when they see you understanding and realizing what you're capable of, and then you start making moves to take you to the next phase of your life. Like some people don't have no growth. They don't want to grow. They're happy with things are. And you know what? More power to them, because if you're happy with how things are for you, whether it's good or bad, if you're happy, then you found the key to life. You are fucking, you're happy, whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? But for those people that are growing and works in progress, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we all, we all have our day jobs and shit, and we all, work and shit, but at the end of the day, it's Downcast, this Downcast, no matter what.
Banging on me right now, damn.
We pushing this to make this happen, to put everything on, to put us all on. So yeah, at the end of the day, we fucking, like I said, we got day jobs, but this is what it is. It's nothing different. We don't need to fucking try hard or be anything. No matter what, we are Downcast, and that's fucking.
You feel me? Right, this is us in the Batman uniform.
Exactly.
That's right.
I feel like you already know we chopped up enough. We ready.
Batman get busy on a Sunday too.
We ready to come to this business and tell you some ideas and how we really busting down on work. Because you probably got enough insight on, the gang. We're really ready to bust down this body of work to y'all and show you what we're really doing, Yeah,
it's hard for me to, to talk about stuff so much. Because I kind of just want to show everybody, It's tough, but,
I get that, bro, because that's me. It might not seem like I'm doing something, but I always got something going on. And when it finally land, then people are like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you weren't just." But that's okay though. Everybody don't always got to know your move, bro. The best thing, the best thing that always do is keep people guessing. Yeah. They don't need to know all your plays. They don't need to know the playbook or none of that. Keep them guessing. Let them know you're always working. For sure, because people we live in a short attention span society, so people will forget about you if you allow them to. If you don't want them to, you don't have to. At times it may seem like I'm doing a lot of work, but maybe I'm not. I'm just moving at my pace that I want to move. But the way that it's all about, what you do with your work.
And
Make your work hit.
That, Blaze, like, you know, you got to come and check us out because, you know, we got a film in the works. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of merch in the works.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you better go follow the Downcast on Instagram. And we got all that moving like right now. So go follow that. And trust me, we got all this stuff in the works right now. You know, Blaze a part of this. We're really about to start making this train start chewing, you know. So
that'd be
we're just doing it.
Make. A good move to make, I would say, the best move you can make right now is probably go follow their Instagram because
talk that shit.
You know, if you want to, you know, have your ear to the shit, I would go follow our page and
we just starting it. You know, we just getting this stuff rolling right now. You know, we just getting it going. You know, we just putting all this stuff out right now. You know, we getting this traction under the tires. So. You already know what time it is.
Most definitely, bro. We're going to make sure that we put them links in the bios too. I mean, not in the bio, but in the description so people can follow you guys because it's important that they like how you said, it's important that they understand what you're doing and understand the importance of what you're doing, not because of any other reason that what you guys stand for. You guys are, of course, you guys want to make your dreams and you guys want to live your life and do the things that you guys have your goals, but you're also doing this because you're trying to set an example and potentially open up doors for more people in your community.
For sure.
And from your area.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I said I tell people it's different. Like when I talked to y'all and you guys told me your motivation, why you guys are doing it for, I already knew. I was like, yo, these are guys that think exactly like I do. You know what I mean? Of course, I want my vision out there. I want to present my art. I want to be successful. I want to be able to pay for my life and take care of people that I love. But I also want to open up doors. I want to fucking establish shit for people out here and things that people could have to look forward to. And be like, yo, if I get my shit right, I'm gonna be right there. There's a way for me. There's a path for me to reach out and speak to these people that have had success in the industry that I might want to be in, or just
like Blaze. Like if you've been in that one lane and you've been trying to get in the next lane, like blood, we right there with you. Like we trying to take. If you been in the rap game and you trying to get into the film game, like the fuck, we trying to take you there. We ain't just trying to be like, oh nah, like. You just got to have that portfolio of you're just an actor or you just doing some other shit. Like it just all about like, bro, we trying to take this whole Northern Cali shit and any shit with it and take it up. You know what I mean? Because people ain't, you know, Universal and all these other, like we ain't gonna speak on no names like that.
We gonna block them out on trip.
Yeah. But you know, GOD, like, they ain't trying to be on no time with
they wouldn't take our meetings
with the real niggas.
Bro, they wouldn't let us pass the gate.
They wouldn't let us in the gate.
They wouldn't let us pass the gate.
Yeah.
Told them we got a meeting with the head. They wouldn't let us in.
So we gonna take it past the head and just do our own shit, and then they gonna feel some type of way when it's, you know, it's on that time.
Yeah. And nowadays, like I said, since we on that shit, right? It's like fuck coming to y'all. They're gonna come to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And by doing this shit, by actually putting these productions together and putting these flicks out and doing all this stuff, that's how you get noticed. I mean, you seen old boy that redid the trailer for The Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
And just he was a filmmaker, you know what I'm saying, aspiring, you know, he did his own version and those twists on it, and it ended up being a deal for him. And all he did is he put it out and it went viral, right? So nowadays, they'll come to you now. It's about having the product for them, you know what I mean? As us, we got to put this shit out and have something to do it, you know what I mean? If I do get a meeting or if I'm able to, which I could probably sit down with somebody. If I am, I got to come with product, period. You know, the difference between what we're doing and what somebody that just talks about it is that at the end of all this talking that we're doing, there's going to be a final product. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, and that's the most important part is that we could do all the planning, we could do all the preparation, we could do all the learning that we need to, but at the end of the day, we have to execute. It has to be something for us. So if they don't come to you for your first one, do something else. Come back again. And because even if you never get that, you could have big success as an independent filmmaker.
Right.
And be on your own shit and not have to partner with big motherfuckers if you don't feel like it.
And that's what I'm feeling right now as I'm listening. I'm like, you know, of course we would love to, you know, we tried to have the meeting, whatever, over there at, you know, it starts with a P, but, you know, I'm thinking now,
Pimpin'?
It starts with the P, ends with the T.
Yeah, it starts with a T.
Okay.
But you know, just we were sitting there trying to get in, wouldn't let us through the gate, but it's like, you know, I'd like to think that we could have our own gate, you know?
Yeah.
Like why do we need to get through their gate, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we're all down here on the same floor, so I ain't really tripping off your gate, you know? Because we're about to have our own gate right here in the 925.
Most definitely.
And we're going to provide jobs to this area.
Yeah.
Eventually.
And see a lot of people tried, but you know, I think it's gonna take people from within. Like for instance, the Wayans brothers, they try to do a what's it called? They try to have a film studio out here in Oakland, and they tried for a minute, and they just didn't happen. I don't know exactly for what reasons or whatnot, but it never happened. But I'm like, they're not from out here. You know what I mean? It's different. And I'm not saying that's the reason why, but it's like, if you really want to, you know, you're going to have to kick a proposal, and you're going to have to tell them how what you're doing is not only just a good business, but it's good for the community. If you don't really have an understanding of that community, sometimes it's hard. You feel what I'm saying?
Security ain't going to have to be off the joint. Like, bro, if you ain't from out here, motherfucker, we going to really run through that shit. You know what I mean? You gotta have ties,
it was going to be on the Oakland waterfront, so it wasn't going to be like. But at the same time, if they had their shit, that I'm sure they were going to have their gate, and just like anybody else, you got to protect your business, right? Whatever. So they gonna have their gate or whatever, regardless. But at the same time, economically, it would have been really good for out here. You know, economically for the people. I don't know, but that like once again, like I said. I don't know if, you know, if you're not from out here, you know, we don't know what it would have been. You know, maybe he would have been out here, but not really employing more people. I'm not slandering, or I'm just saying, like, and just using that as example. It's like, more likely he would have, but like, you don't know, you know. So at the end of the day, for me, it's always good to have ownership in where you are and from, and you know what I mean, where you have stock as far as culturally and historically, you know, stock in the neighborhood and the people that you grew up with, and you know, and shit, you know, shit like that. So that to me is always gonna help keeping you grounded and authentic. You know what I mean? It's just knowing that, sure. and keeping that in mind. So look, I'm gonna go around the circle. I got some personal things that I want to know, just on some shit.
Let's do it.
I'm start with you. What's your top 5 favorite movies? Period. Right now, any genre.
Let's see.
It don't got to be particular order, because I know it's tough. Y'all see what I'm kicking, right? So I'm coming around. So be ready.
Are we getting the same question? Or you're gonna throw?
No, you're gonna get the. I want to know everybody. You guys are different people. I need to know what your top 5 might not be his top 5. You do what I'm saying?
Probably. I mean, it's not my first, but it's up there. It's in my top 5. Gangs in New York. Martin Scorsese. Mm-hmm. What's another one? I want to say. Django Unchained,
Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. What's another one? One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I forget what the director's name was. It's a Jack Nicholson movie. It's fucking one of that's one of my favorite movies. Fucking, I want my cigarettes. Yeah. Fucking.
That's right. That's a classic too, bro.
Let's see. What's
somewhere
one?
Some 16-year-old listening to this is like, what the fuck?
I want to say.
So that's what, 3, right?
That's 3. Fuck. Whenever someone calls me out like this, I always draw a fucking.
Well, it's
blank.
no particular. Keep in mind, it's not particular. It doesn't mean it's because it's the last 2. It's your number 1 and 2. It can be whatever. There's no particular order.
There's a movie in all Spanish. I forget who the director is, but it's a Viggo Mortensen movie. Uh-huh. It's Al Triste. That's a fucking. It's all Spanish.
I gotta check that out.
It's fucking classic. I try to get this fool to watch it. And there's another one. And then there's another. It's a war movie actually. This is probably.
Damn, that's crazy.
So it's one of my favorites, but I have to shout it out. It's Fuck, I don't even know the name of it. I can't even give it. It's a Finnish movie. It's about a Finnish machine gunner. I forget. I have to look it up right now. But you go to my man.
Go ahead.
Go to my man.
So what's your top 5 movies?
So my favorite movie of all time is definitely on there. And that's Big Trouble in Little China.
That is a motherfucking certified banger right there. Hold on. Hold on. Before we go any further right there, That right there is my childhood right there in a nutshell right there. One of the movies that was definitely on repeat at my house when we was playing them on little VHS tapes. So, but go ahead.
And just because, you know, people might know that movie, people might not. But being from
Jack
the Bay,
Burton, that's all they need to know. You know,
being
what I'm saying?
from the Bay, and just you know,
real shit. That was a banger, and it was from the Bay.
Going to Chinatown, just that movie, that's my heart right there. That's my movie. That's where.
That's right.
But,
Jack fucking Burton, by the way, in case they didn't know.
Jack Burton.
What
I
else?
can tell you the whole intro right now. I'm gonna say, you know. This is an easy one for everybody, I feel like, but Goodfellas is gotta be
off top. Yeah,
No.
that's gonna be damn near in everybody's at least top 10 or 15 shit.
You know, shout out my Sicilians.
What else?
Man, I'm gonna keep thinking my favorites, but movies I've seen recently. Let's change this up a little bit. Movies I've seen recently that I kind of dig. I'm not consider the greatest movies ever, but last night I seen that new movie, Don't Worry, Darling. That was, it was pretty good.
Who's in that?
It was that fucking pop dude from what's his fucking name? He's a fucking pop star. I don't know. But it was him, and it's directed by Olivia Wilde. She was in a couple things. I was introduced to her through the Tron movie, the remake. She was the girl with the, she got her shit cut off, the arm cut off. But she directed it.
That's dope.
It's pretty good.
I like that. I like when actors also directors and stuff, and you see them do shit because a lot of times they be bangers. You feel me when they do they shit
for sure. And I don't know if it was her second or third or what, but I want to say she came out with that Booksmart movie a couple years ago, and then she just did this. So that was cool. I enjoyed it, and then I fucked with that Bullet Train movie that came out pretty recently. It was cool. It was an action-packed extravaganza.
and just know that he's not getting paid for that.
Nah,
this is his honest opinion because we broke right now. We ain't got it. We ain't got it on the podcast.
Fuck with me, Brad. Fuck with me, Brad Pitt.
The podcast ain't got no budget like that, so just know that. Okay, so that's 5 then.
Yeah,
that's 5.
Yeah.
All right, you 5-time greatest or just whatever you've seen.
Just shoot my top 3 real quick, and I'm gonna do like he did, like some 2 I like, So like
shout out to the
pretty
new
much
shit.
good, like super good movies I like. I'm gonna do American Beauty, my favorite, like all time. I like Jackie Brown, probably it's like in my top 5, and Reservoir Dogs.
I fuck with those 2,
and
both of them.
For my last 2, Limitless.
This is good.
That one, I like that movie. Pretty fire, and it's tough.
I mean, at this point, it's whatever you feeling. You know what I mean? What comes to mind? The first shit that you go into the streaming site. You done seen everything. What's the first movie you pulling up? You know what I mean?
I gotta go with the Iron Giant.
The Iron Giant.
Fuck yeah.
We know you was crying in the end of that. Stop it. Yeah. No one was going with no cartoon shit. But
I go, you stay. That shit was that shit hit home, bro.
Yeah. The Iron Giant is banger. Yeah. I fuck with it. To me, I got a lot of different shit. Cause I got phases. So I'll be on my horror shit for a while. Exactly. And then I'll just be watching hella horror movies, and I'll go back to like all the old, like the shit that just looked terrible, but it's still a classic. You know what I mean? Because you gotta, when people look back and you watch these old movies and shit, you gotta look at it for the era that it was in. You know what I mean? You kind of gotta dive into that world and shit, right? But because a lot of them be fucking just terrible fucking effects and fucking, you know what I mean? You're just looking at it like fuck. At the time it was fire, but but for me, I'm gonna say Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1, the very first one, banger, because it was just really slasher instead of corny jokes.
I got to see that at Quentin Tarantino's theater. Yeah, I was there they played that at a midnight premiere. Man, that's the way to see it right there.
First one was crazy, levitating off the floor and shit and getting slashed up. To me, that was a banger. Fuck, I could name all the fucking either one. All of these are interchangeable. So like Casino, fucking Goodfellas, You know, that right there, Casino, Goodfellas, those are probably the ones. You know, I like The Irishman, but it was just it's like, damn, y'all made him look hella old in that motherfucker. But anyway, so I'd say either one. I'll just say Casino, right?
Casino over Goodfellas?
No, Goodfellas,
Yeah,
period.
sure.
Goodfellas crawled so that Casino could run and shit, but Goodfellas was way better no matter what. It's like, you know, it's like the first album towards the sophomore album. Dudes, both of them are probably pretty dope, but the first one you just can't, you know what I mean? And that's why I feel like, because that's when I kind of got familiar with all them characters working together like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I would say Goodfellas for sure. Also, I like Apocalypto.
Yeah.
So to me, I like Apocalypto. I like that it was not one fucking lick of any kind of English or, for that matter, common language. It was all not in the actual language of the people. So I thought that was pretty
fucking
fire.
Mel Gibson directed that shit, bro. Out of all people, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. Like,
Well, you know, he don't know. He don't always like the Browns like that. You know
That's what I'm
So
saying, bro.
He don't always like the
Australian.
Browns like that. So you know how it goes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's a dope picture. So that's 3, right? I got 2 more. I'm a horror dude all the way. So I would say Friday the 13th Part 3 because that is the one where they introduced the actual hockey mask. If you actually watch the old ones, the first one, the 1 and 2, he had
First one was Moms, wasn't it?
Huh?
The first one was Moms, right?
First one was Mom's,
Yeah.
and then the second one was him, and he had like a fucking I don't even know what they call those, like a sack over his head, some pillowcase or
fucking
something with
half
some
a bag.
Yeah, like that shit looked like it looked like some shit you'd ask for, you know, get trick or treat candy put in there. So, but it looked like a pillowcase.
that movie I was talking about, that Finnish movie I was talking about, is The Unknown Soldier. It's fucking.
Okay, I gotta check it out.
It's fucking one of the best movies I fucking. It's amazing, bro. These foreigners, bro. You people be sleeping on them. They know how to do their shit, bro.
I'm always up for a good
Man,
war movie, and
yeah.
that was where I was on the fence at as far as war movies were concerned, because I was either gonna put Braveheart, I was either gonna put that one, or I was thinking also it was either Braveheart or what's the other one? Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket, yeah.
But then I'm like, now I started thinking about it. I was like, which one did I just?
Saving Private Ryan. You could put.
Nah,
all
I
kinds
wasn't
of
even
shit.
gonna do
Nah.
what's it called at all. I had to do fuck man.
I'd probably have to put Apocalypse Now as mine.
Apocalypse Now was good. Dunkirk was also pretty decent, but like, there's a couple that are pretty. Stalingrad is pretty good. There's an All Quiet on the Eastern Front is pretty good. There's another one on Netflix that just came out. That's another foreign.
So my last pick, right? And this was hard because, like I said, a lot of great war movies, but I didn't include in this one. Is Tombstone.
Oh yeah.
Yes, right.
Can't fuck. I like westerns. You feel me? I whatever. I'm like, yo, I must have been a cowboy or something in my other life or some shit. You know what I mean?
That fool's buried in the city, bro. That's crazy. My great grandfather's buried not too far from him. Fucking the what's his name?
Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp. Yeah, that's crazy. He's from he's right up the road, bro.
Yeah, they said something about it at the end. They settled out here. Out west
That
somewhere.
fool was over here, crazy shootouts, just crazy shootouts. Then he went to go work with what's his name, John Wayne and shit. Like John Wayne, he would like coach him.
Get the
in, like, certain,
yeah.
So it's crazy to think like that's the real deal. That's that fool. And again, what's his name? Who plays him in Tombstone? What's his name? Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell. I fuck with Kurt Russell too. Like I said, Big Trouble in Little China.
Well, Big Trouble in Little China, and what's it? Death Proof.
Death Proof was dope.
That movie was
Thing.
crazy.
The
Thing,
man.
yes,
Yeah.
bro. He's another, bro. Some of these people are just fucking
Legendary,
they don't miss, bro. They just
you know
don't
what I mean? The
miss,
Hateful
bro.
Eight. He was
For
in a lot.
real.
He's in a lot of dope shit.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of dope
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, but you should check out. There's a movie you should check out with Robert De Niro and I know he's kind of, people don't really like watch him anymore, really. But what's his name?
Are you talking about
The fan, yeah. What's his name? Dude who was dodging taxes. What's his name?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Yeah. The Fan. You should check out.
yeah.
It's that movie is
it's
fucking amazing. It takes place.
The
up
Rock
here.
too
Yeah.
was in the city.
The
You know,
Rock
a lot was pretty good
for
out
real.
here. You know what I mean?
Any movies that are out here are pretty dope, but it's hella slept on how it's like Robert De Niro and shit. That fool low key. feel like he wants to be from out here. Because
and this was Oscar, I think, fucking nominated, and at the time he was the shit too when this movie was made. Yeah, so
it's crazy because like he's one of my top fives, but it's crazy because in his movies he'll always like his character will always talk about like the Bay Area or shit. Like that's another one of my favorites, The Heat. Yeah. I forget who directed that one, but Heat. That was a good ass movie with Al Pacino. But fucking some of these actors, bro, they just can't miss, bro.
Yeah,
he's another one that just can't miss.
I got another questions for y'all. Another round of questions. You feel me? You guys ready? This is all. What's it called? What's your favorite genre? If you had to pick one genre and you had to watch for the rest of your fucking life of movie.
Oh, like
comedy,
like
horror, drama.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you meant year.
You could, yeah. I mean, we could do that too.
No. Genre, like what do I fuck with? Most definitely not horror.
Not horror.
Most definitely not. Like can't fuck with comedy my whole life. Like I don't know. Like fuck, I don't know. Like
I got mine's off top.
Which one?
If I gotta watch one genre,
spaghetti western.
Ooh. Ooh. That's a good
Something in there.
For sure. If I gotta watch one, off top it's gonna be noirs.
Noirs.
You know? Like you could go I feel like a noir hits every time.
Yeah.
I mean, like dramas are pretty fucking. You know, they got it all. You know, I mean, some dramas are. You know, they do got it all, but I don't know. Yeah, that's probably it. I mean, comedies too. I guess just probably. I don't know. That's a crazy ass question.
Because it's broad, right? Because you could do a lot within that genre.
Exactly.
It ain't like they're all gonna just be one type of movie. They could be a lot of different shit, but it's gonna be at the end.
If I'm having to watch it over and over again, I mean, I guess I just have to pick comedy. If you're just having to pick just one, just comedy. Because like you gotta.
Yeah, I like funny shit.
So exactly.
That's good enough for me. Yeah. Fuck it. It is what it is. The house is burning down. Shit. We're all laughing.
Yeah. Genre is crazy though, because you could get as deep into it as you could go. That's what I'm saying. But you could go. I'm talking about Jaws rip-off movies.
Yeah.
Only those.
Only Sharknado fucking knockoffs we're doing. Like so many subgenres. No, most definitely. But that's what I kept it at. Because I mean, it's hard. Even that question is still hard though, because it's like you can't really see yourself not having that choice. You know what I mean? It's like fuck, bro. Like I like all kinds of shit. I like weird shit. You know what I'm saying? So and it ain't all the one thing. Like I said, I go in my modes where I'll be in my mood. I'll listen to nothing but old school fucking 90s rap for fucking a week, and then the next week it's like, okay, now I'm on nothing but what's going on right now, or I'm on some gangster shit or whatever. You know what I mean? I'll just go through those phases. Same thing with my movies. You know what I mean? I'll go through my movies the same way. Like, no, I'm on this now. I'm only watching comedies from the 90s. Right. Or I'm only watching comedies that are ensemble ones with hella people like Bridesmaids and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I'll get on some weird shit and just be, stuck on that.
Bro, I was watching fucking Wedding Crashers the other day. I didn't realize, bro. I didn't even realize how good of a fucking movie that is, bro.
Yeah, it's that really well
Vince Vaughn had me rolling so hard, bro. I hear he's an asshole in real life, but like, fuck it, bro. His movies are fucking holy, bro. Hey, straight Jew. This nigga is a giant, bro. Iron giant, bro.
That's funny.
But he's hella funny though. That's a good ass movie.
You seen him in the Psycho remake? He played the dude, the killer.
No, I didn't watch that one.
Was he good at it? Because sometimes people be so good at comedy. He came in the game on drama though, but you motherfuckers get so good at one thing, you only start looking at him in a certain way. You know what I mean?
That man killed that shit.
Yeah. You gotta watch that new one then.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, bro, what do you guys want to say right now to everybody, to your folks about what you got going on? I'm gonna start with you and go that way. What's your overall message to the people? You feel me? Because like I said, once again, they're gonna know you eventually out here. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be cool when they listen back and y'all listen back to this too and be like, yo, we went from there to where we're at now. You know what I mean? It's a good marker. You feel what I'm saying? So go ahead. What's your final message?
I don't know. Just keep it real. Just keep it real to yourself. Keep it real to the world. Don't ever fucking never pretend for nobody. Honestly, I'm nervous as fuck. So when I'm looking back at this, it's gonna be like crazy. But like, I think I think it's just like, I think I don't give a fuck at this point. Like, it's just,
you shouldn't. You really
I'm
shouldn't.
having a conversation. I'm having a conversation, so it doesn't matter. But like at the same time, I think that's the most important thing is to, like, you know, just be yourself and keep it real. Fuck it,
man. Be yourself,
fuck it,
bro.
Fuck it. You know,
that's authentic, right
you
there.
live, you die. Fuck it.
The real shit. That's authentic, though.
Yeah.
Man, my message is probably it's gonna be two things. One, fucking just you know, consistency. You could be wanting to do some shit since you were, you know, little, and you just gotta, even if you know, don't wait for the shit to happen overnight, but just be consistent with whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And always, you know, even if sometimes I'm gonna be honest, I get burnt the fuck out, and I'm like, it's hard for me to sit down and write. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm fucking Tarantino, and I'm just like, oh, I could just write.
Tarantino
on
ain't doing
spot.
that shit like that neither, though. Trust me, everybody has a process.
But I'm gonna say, even if you gotta, you know, sometimes you're gonna have to force yourself to sit down and work. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be work sometimes, but you gotta do it, and it's kind of like it's like a muscle memory type shit. Mm-hmm. You keep making you know, a pattern of being productive at whatever you're doing, and the shit just, it becomes like, oh, that's what I'm doing right now because this is what I do, you know, type shit.
Most
so
definitely.
that's one of the things I wanted to say. And the other thing I want to say is, you know, don't get it twisted. At some point, anybody with a 925 on their, you know, on their ID card, whatever, coming from around here, it's going to be an open door for ideas, and you know, this is going to be a community thing where we can all build together. So if any young fucking kids out there have a, you know, feel like they got nowhere to go with their shit, don't know how to get started, eventually we're gonna be the guys that you could come to, and I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to come to us, because we're not gonna be the people that bite your head off.
Yeah, most definitely. What's your last message, bro?
You know, we out here ready for everything. You know, Downcast ready to blow up. We're ready, like he said, take anything on, take it by storm. We're ready to share this, work with anyone, and just pretty much, you know, bust down and get this work done, because you know what it is. Like, you ain't ready to grow, we ain't ready to grow with you. So
that's right.
That's about that time.
You know what I dig about y'all, bro, is you guys are real humble, you guys are real modest, and you guys at the same time are very clear what you guys want to do. But since you guys ain't gonna talk your shit, I'm gonna talk that shit. These motherfuckers is gonna be on your line. When you see them, you're gonna know. Yeah, you know, act like you don't know already. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. We just want to let everybody know it's all good vibes, but it's okay to be sure and be a little extra for yourself. Because right now we're gonna be the only ones cheering for ourselves more than anybody, bro. Until motherfuckers catch up and really understand what we're trying to do and seeing how it's working and how it's helping other people, and it's not just like a selfish thing. That we're doing, right? Then they're going to understand. Until then, we got to be the ones that make sure that we clap for each other and we support each other and we encourage each other to do this shit, because they know not too many people are going to in the beginning of anything. People are very much a catch-22 when it comes to the support. But that's okay. You know what I mean? It's about the journey, not the destination. You know what I'm saying? So however you want to spin it, baby, we could give you 101 quotes. See, this is the thing. Like, we ain't even got on no other shit right now. We were really just having a real serious talk about some real shit, right? But you gotta come back soon, and we just gotta talk that shit now. Now everybody knows what y'all about, which is great. The next one we'll come on here and we're just gonna talk that shit. But I appreciate you guys being here. You guys got I'm gonna run through one more time around the circle. So you guys do me a favor and give them your however they can find you, your Googles, your social media handles and stuff like that. Go ahead with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm off the grid, bro.
Oh shit! He said you gotta send smoke signals and fucking.
I'm flying low like a blind bird. You feel me?
Hey, you gotta send via carrier pigeon to his crib.
You gotta talk to these two, because they got the contacts that they want to. If you don't want to get a hold of me, y'all talk to these two.
I could dig it, bro. I know a lot of people that function the same way, bro. It's like they you know, because they just cool off that, so they do that. That's what's up.
I'm a Mike Jones's motherfucker. It's 925-444-5176. Tap in.
There you go.
And on Instagram is DOWN CASTUDIOS.
Okay.
There you go. Please
There you
come.
go.
Please come fuck with us.
Yep, at Downcast, you know. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Make sure you add them. Make sure you go and check on them. You know, if you are somebody that's an aspiring actor or writer, you know what I mean. These are very, very much dudes that you want to chop it up with for whatever reason. You know what I mean. And maybe y'all could do something. Maybe you can't. Who knows? But the point is that like just like now, what we're doing with the podcast, we tapping in. You know what I mean? We're sharing knowledge and experience with each other, and you know, we're trying to put something down that's gonna be lasting. You know what I mean? That foundation, baby, the pillars. You know what I mean? When you see us, you see it there, and it's not because we want to be there. It's because we had to be there. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? If not us, then who? You know what I mean? And hopefully we could do something that'll help everybody else. I'm getting on my weird shit because I'm high right now, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Spitting the truth.
You feel me? And I just want y'all to know that, man. This episode 103 No Invite Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at no_invite_podcast. You could also go to our YouTube channel and subscribe at RiBirth Media Films. That's RiBirth Media Films with a Z. You go on there, we got vlogs and interviews, and we got all the episodes that get loaded up there weekly as well. That's really where we get our shit at. So if you want to help us out, then that's where you go. And if you want to slander us and talk all that wild shit, go ahead too. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't always have time, but sometimes I have time, and I'll take it to the flow with you. I'm not tripping.
Fuck 'em.
I'm petty.
Fuck
I'm
'em
petty
all.
as fuck. Petty Kruger.
Fuck them.
Petty Riley.
This is the East Bay, man.
You know what I'm saying? Petty Murphy. You know what I'm talking about?
We could get it. We could
You know what I'm saying?
going.
We could definitely, you know what I'm saying? So either way, you know what I mean? If you're not liking, but you're watching, that's cool too. You know, I ain't mad at you. Listen to the end though, because I'll talk most of my shit towards the middle and the end. So you have to listen really though, because I might just be lying and talk all my shit in the beginning and not say nothing. So if you really want to know the scoop, you might just got to listen to it all at least. You know what I mean? Y'all still show up on the analytics, and I appreciate that. So, you know, it's the No Invite Podcast, and we are fucking out of here.